Well, today's January 26, 2019, and hive number 29 is one of the colonies that got combined with queenless colonies when I was making queens last summer, those that failed to produce queens. I combined them with one of Foley's queens because Foley's queens were never successful at producing large colonies. And today what I'm doing, I'm going through and I'm cleaning out the dead bees. So yes, I'm indoors cleaning out dead bees. It's about 5 degrees outside. And this coming week is going to be the coldest in 20 years in northern United States. We're expecting highs of maybe 0. And what I'm also doing is, while I'm doing this, some of these bees, they want to go to the top, and I had mediums full of honey last fall I gave them, and they're going to the top and they're eating all that honey. And they're not smart enough to go down to the deep to eat the honey, so rather than having them starve right in front of me and doing nothing about it, I'm rotating them. And I'm also, if I have an opportunity to downsize the hive, I'm doing that. But the full-size hives, the bees are in every deep. They know enough to walk around and eat honey, but apparently these two here, they're clustered. They were clustered at the top and I rotated. And this one here, this is the one that's got the Foley queen, but it's not large because of Foley's queens. It's large because I combined with a bunch of different colonies last fall. And it does have the largest number of dead bees. And what I'm doing is I'm taking this green bottom board and I'm scraping it off into this tray here. And any bee that doesn't walk out of there gets thrown outside. Like this one here. It's either it's old and ready to die or it's sick. So if it doesn't make it out of that tray, it's not healthy enough. If they go to this door here, the window and the door, what I'm going to do, the colonies that produced queens late in the summer and didn't get really large, I'm going to divvy up a little bit at a time, maybe this much in one of these jars here, one of these jars, and I'm going to put an entrance feeder on my hives there, and I'm going to get them in what I do is I put a dark rag over them, and sometimes you have to wait until the next morning for them to cluster because it's 50 degrees where I'm standing, but it's approximately 40 up against the wall there. So this is what you got to do. You got to get this dead stuff out, and then as soon as it starts to warm up, I'm going to put in some pollen patty. I'm not going to do it now because I don't know what February is going to be like. They're only good at forecasting maybe 5 to 7 days in advance. We'll wait to see what happens. This proformic acid, I gotta say it works because I have this magnifying light here that I'm using when I clean off the bottom boards. Before I clean off the bottom boards, I take and I look for any dead mites. I'm not finding any. So the bees that are dying, more than likely to die from old age. Or maybe there's a few mites here and there, but I'm not finding any. So anyway, it's indoor cleaning of dead bees. I got 3 more hives to do. I'm not going to do the window hives yet. I just had hernia surgery 3 weeks ago. And I don't feel like lifting anything high. I'd have to lift a medium and a deep together. I slide them out and set them down lower where I can get to the bottom one too. So anyway, if you want to have bees, you got to spend a little money to get yourself a bee room. Don't expect them to survive the winter outside. Like, a lot of people criticize me for not having my bees outside right now. I don't care. When you consider how much they cost, $200 a colony, I'd rather save my money and have bees every spring. Because on top of that, the commercial beekeepers that I'm breeding with right now, they take their bees to California. They're in California right now, getting ready to do the almond trees. So I'm mating with their drones, and I'm expecting, well, their bees don't winter very well because you're not up north. and I don't really have a choice. I'd either have to split my colonies up, and I couldn't guarantee that my colonies would mate with the drones from the other colonies. So they're mating with the drones from these commercial beekeepers, so there isn't much I can do about it. I'm not going to buy queens from a queen dealer every year because Foley sent me two orders of queens. First one in July of 2018 survived. The second order in August, 26 in the box. 6 of them never made it out of cage, and the rest of them died within a week or two. I had maybe 2 out of 26 that produced colonies. So don't buy queens from Jason Foley, because he puts the queens in the cages and packs the box full of loose workers, and they cover the screens when they get hot, and there's no airflow, and it says air vents do not block. So I can't believe how effing stupid everybody is. You know, Man Lake makes this box, yet they know it's flawed, and they will not send queens, because I asked them. I said about getting some Minnesota hygienics, and they said, oh, we don't ship queens, yet they make the box. Makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. So you're better off breeding your own queens and having a room where you can do stuff during the winter, and if your colony gets small and you need to bring it in, bring it in. Otherwise, you know, large colonies would do just fine out in the cold. And Italian honeybees have not been proven to winter very well for a couple hundred years since I've been trying to do that. But my bees are pretty much going to be mutts. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. Thank you.